First off, look at this light. Could it not be any better? Morning. Second off, sorry I'm a little teary. I was listening to my favorite soundtrack from one of my favorite childhood movies, Quest for Camelot. Not a lot of people, I think, know this movie. It wasn't big that I remember. I don't remember a lot of kids talking about it when I was growing up, but it is one of my favorites. So much disability representation. One of the first songs in it is called I Stand Alone, and it's one of the songs throughout, and it's for one of the protagonists of the two heroes movie, and it talks about how no one will understand their pain, this person's pain, and though someone might walk with them, near them, they'll never truly understand who they are and how they are, because they're blind from an accident involving fire. And I can only imagine that they probably have a lot of chronic pain too, and the character is drawn to have wincing and moving a little slower and such, to almost infer that there's some pain there. So I was very attracted to relating to this character more than the main character, who was assigned female at birth. Clue right there. But so I Stand Alone was always a anthem that just hits me every time I hear it, and it just hits me so deeply. And then whenever, so obviously I am sight naturally. I can't wait to get my new glasses. They're similar, but they're gonna be a little different, and I have sunglasses coming too. But whenever I would find people in my life that would come into my life who were harder of sight and who could not see, I met this amazing person one time who could not see at all, who was born blind, and they were adopted into a family that took care of them and such. But there are certain things that they had never experienced because they just never had opportunities to, never felt safe spaces to. And one of these things was running. This person had never run, and we were 18 years. We were all in our late teens. So I was just turning 18. So everyone was like 17, 18. And I was like, dude, you've never run? We have a whole AstroTurf field beside us because we were staying at a college. It was like a program where you study in between junior and senior year in college. And I was like, there's an AstroTurf field right beside us, which means there's no bumps in this field. And so I explained that to this person, and I said, we will run beside you, and we can run one person right to the right, one person to the left, and we had athletes with us. So I was one of the people beside, I think, cheering on, because they didn't really need someone to the right and left of them. They really just needed the spotter in the front and the spotter in the back. And so I was like, we can have a spotter in the front and we can have a spotter in the back for you. I don't know why I know how people with disabilities need accommodations. Even when I was just turning, that week I turned from 17 to 18. How did I know what accommodations someone that was blind needed to run at 17? Don't know, but I knew what accommodations they needed to feel safe. So I grabbed the two athletes, the two soccer players that we had with us, and I said, Miguel, I need you in the back to run at pace with her and spotting her and make sure she doesn't fall, and just keep pace and make sure you tell her that she's there, or that you're there. And Josh, I think it was Josh, but who knows? I just have so many Joshes in my life. I'm just gonna call him Josh. My husband Josh, obviously, different type of Josh. You be in front, because he was the more stable runner that I could trust to run backwards. And I was like, you run backwards. I think I asked Miguel and Josh, I was like, who can run backwards more steadily? And he was like, I can. And I was like, okay, can you run backwards? And I think we were like, and what sounds would you like them to make? And like, we talked it through, and this girl ran. I couldn't run. I think I ran once halfway across the field. And then I just sat and watched for a little while. But this girl ran for the first time. All I could think of was Quest for Camelot. I don't know. I was crying, so I needed something happy. So there's a happy story for you.